What we're talking about here is King Street, specifically King Street between Church in the east and Spadina in the west. Now, if you've never driven downtown, you might not know this, but this is a transit priority corridor, which means private vehicles just can't drive back and forth on this east-west connector. You're forced off to go either north or south. But there's construction underway right now on King at Church, and that means no streetcars are running on that section. Those streetcars are now on other east-west connectors. And what is before council right here is a motion to say, you know what, while this construction is underway, why don't we just let vehicles drive back and forth on King Street through that section as they will? That sounds like a good idea. You know, in fact, that's what many councilors are saying. Sounds like a good idea. But here at City Hall, there's a catch. There's always a catch. And here's what's going on, is that construction is going to be partially finished by mid-July. It's expected to be completely done by the end of August. It'll take 2 weeks to reprogram any kind of lights to be able to put this into action if it does indeed pass. And then there's the fact that we've spent so much time educating people about how to drive on King Street, and then we're going to say, well, those are off the table, but then at the end of August, it's back on. Here's a councillor speaking to that.
My concern, though, is that we've actually had to educate people as to not to use King Street during regular hours when the streetcars are there. And I hope that it will not be a mental problem, mental exercise for people to actually go back to the way it's supposed to be. Because it has worked, it does work.
All right, now, so this whole thing is from Brad Bradford, is the councillor that put forward this motion, but the mayor has a complementary motion, as you will, and what it will call for is a portion of King Street will be open to vehicles, and they'll also spend $350,000 for paid duty officers to help traffic flow on that. This is still a live conversation and a live debate. It's unclear which way it will go. We'll keep you up to date.